She thought she was living alone, but someone else was living there too, watching her, hiding, waiting. This is the real and terrifying story of a woman who wasn't really alone in her own home. Emily was a 28-year-old school teacher who had just moved into a quiet rental house on the edge of town. The house was old but clean, and she liked its silence. She lived alone, or so she thought. At first, nothing seemed unusual. She spent her evenings reading, watching TV, or preparing for her next day's classes. But small, strange things began to happen. Sometimes her favorite mug would be missing in the morning. Food she clearly remembered buying would be gone. She blamed herself. Maybe she forgot. Maybe she misplaced it. But something felt off. One night she heard a faint noise, a soft thud coming from the attic. She paused the TV, listened closely, then convinced herself it was just the old house settling. She went to sleep. But the next day, her shampoo bottle was completely empty. Again, she blamed herself. Stress, overuse, forgetfulness. But that night, she locked her bedroom door for the first time. It was the next morning when she found the closet slightly open. She never left it open. That's when the fear began to bloom inside her. Emily began to notice small scratches on the floorboards near the attic door. Things in the kitchen would move ever so slightly. A spoon placed on the table would somehow end up in the sink. Nothing big, just enough to keep her anxious, always questioning her memory. She told a few friends, but they laughed it off. "You're just paranoid," they said. She started doubting herself too, until one night, she saw it. It was past midnight. Emily had fallen asleep with the hallway light on. But she suddenly woke up. She didn't know why. Something just felt wrong. As she lay still in bed, she noticed the faintest shadow. A movement in the hallway. Slow, careful steps. She barely breathed. A figure passed by her open door. Tall, thin, slow. Not rushing. It didn't look confused or panicked. It looked like someone who had done this before. She froze. She couldn't scream. She couldn't even move. When the figure disappeared into the darkness, she quietly locked her bedroom door, called the police, and waited. She didn't sleep that night. When police arrived, they searched the house, and what they found was worse than she imagined. Someone had been living in the attic. There was a sleeping bag, some canned food, a phone, even a small light. And worst of all, there were small peepholes carved into the ceiling. From the attic, he could watch her every move, in the kitchen, in the bedroom, even in the bathroom. The man was caught hiding in a storage shed 2 blocks away. He had been squatting in her attic for weeks, watching her, waiting for the right moment maybe. Or maybe he just enjoyed being close without her knowing. He had no connection to her, no criminal record. He said he just needed a place to stay. Emily never returned to that house. She moved in with her sister, and for a long time, she slept with her lights on and her closet doors open, just to be sure. We often fear ghosts, demons, or the unknown, but sometimes the scariest thing is knowing a real person was right there the whole time. If this story chilled you, subscribe to GlimpseDark for more real horror stories from around the world. And remember, check your attic.